The Your Voice in Power Hour on the My Voice in Power show for Unity Live Radio. Hello and welcome to the Your Voice in Power Hour. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Can you please tell us your name and a bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm T Peters. I'm from South London. I make music that I describe as chill, catchy, and conscious. It's just vibes basically. And I do a bunch of other stuff as well. I'm a lead producer for a charity that helps young people get into the music industry. So I make events, do stuff that like inspires them or motivates them to you know, achieve what they need to achieve.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just live music, and then outside of that, I just enjoy life. I just chill, eat foods, play games, stuff like that. So yeah.
Cool. So tell me what food you like. I like food. What food do you like?
Oh no, I'm not exotic like that, fam. I'm just like, if I'm cooking,
yeah,
it would be like Caribbean food, like curry. Do you know what I mean? Or my grandma loves baking, so she taught me a couple stuff. Like, I like just eating nice, homely stuff. Homely food, I feel like. So even if I go to a restaurant, it's probably going to be like pasta or something. Do you know what I mean? When I'm rich, maybe I might not be having the special.
Yeah.
Dolphin, what's it called? Dolphin fart. It's called, fam.
I have no idea what you're talking about, so you must be already rich to know about that.
No. But yeah, that's it. What about you, though?
Me? Yeah, I'm the same. I love a lot of Caribbean food, and I can bake. So yeah, I don't know if I have a favourite. I just like food to be nice, and I do like to try new things sometimes. Depending on what it looks like. Yeah. But yeah. So, but that's it. You said you're a producer, did you say, for a charity? I didn't know that.
Yeah, different kind of producer. I mean, I produce music as well, as you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this type of production is like, we have a program yearly. So right now I'm even, working on like the 3 years of the charity in the future. And so, for example, what's going to happen in the first part of the year, we're going to do one super event where young people can come in. I say young people, like I'm not young as well, but the young people can come in, perform, listen to speakers and stuff like that. So I'm producing events as well as doing other stuff like mentor sessions. Do you know what I mean? So I'm producing what is needed for them to grow. So yeah, that's my other job.
I want to know more about this. I don't know. I didn't even know you did anything like that. Like, obviously, I know you did a bit of producing because I hop onto your live streams when you're in the mood to do it live, and that I enjoy that. And so how young do the children have to be to join?
Oh, so to work with 16 to 25-year-olds.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like that adult, teenager kind of transition type of life that we work with. But yeah, I mean, people can check it out. I don't talk about it too much, obviously. It's called Wired for Music, and yeah, it's a pretty cool place in London. So yeah, if this interview, if I'm still there 20 years and people watching this, then cool. If not, then I hope they're doing well now. But as it stands, 2022, I'm the leader guy that's sorting stuff out. So
good. That's good. Yeah. So what kind of games do you like as well? You mentioned games earlier.
Hey, obviously I grew up on like in that my uncle was like a proper guy. Yeah. He had like collections of stuff that wasn't even in this country. Like I'd watch him play these Japanese games in Japanese. Like you couldn't read no English.
Yeah.
Like, so for me, like I feel like I play everything because I was shown everything from like the typical, you know, like the Marios, Sonics, all them classic games. But then I got like these underground things, like some game called Chrono Trigger. Final Fantasy. There's a bunch of games in it. So the proper digital video games was the type of stuff I was playing, and even to this day, that's like my main hobby. Because all I do is music, innit? Like, if it's not music, the thing that I would be doing to chill is just like, just whip out the Nintendo Switch, fam.
Yeah.
The Switch or whatever I've got, and just chill out. So
cool. What are you playing on the Switch right now? Well, obviously not right this second, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Good, but let's not do that. What am I playing right now? It's a good question.
You've clearly not had any time for yourself for a while that you don't know what you're playing yet.
No, it's just my life switches in hobbies, and so right now I'm replaying a game called Pokemon Diamond, which I used to play when I was like 12.
Yeah.
But they remade it in 2022, so that like all of the adult people can like relive the experience. So that's pretty cool. Yeah,
and I think that's good. I think if you've ever been blessed enough to have good childhood experiences, you should relive them. And even still, like, it's good to do what is considered to be childlike things, because like, I think we're always all children, just our bodies grow. Like, we still need to have that childlike stuff to like, it helps you to get by in it. Like, life is so stressful and seems to be getting more and more stressful. Like, why not have a little bit of childhood fun? Why not?
You know, you're telling the truth. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got nothing to that. You're telling facts, fam. I've no reply to that.
Cool. So can you tell us a bit more then about how you got into writing music? Like, how old were you when you first started?
Okay, so when I was very young, like maybe 7, I don't remember. My mom's partner at the time bought a computer for us, and it was like he made beats. I think he made beats because he had the program that you use to do it.
Yeah.
And so he was like, he just showed it to me. It's called Reason. The program's called Reason. And he was like, do it. Try something in it. So I'll just sit on the computer making like just bare instrumentals. I remember I called it like Chinese drift or something, like inspired by Tokyo Drift's Fast and Furious. I remember the exact beat title, fam. And like, I'll just sit there and make music without using my voice. And then one day, the computer got a virus.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm not even going to explain what the virus was. It's not a good image. But the virus mapped everything, and the computer is now in the bin. So I stopped doing that. Got to school, or should I say secondary school. So I'm like 12 or 13. I'm exploring more stuff as well, because I had my mom was proper pushing me with the creative stuff. Like, she'll take me to, if she was working, then, you know, she would let me go to after school club, but the after school club would be a performing arts after school club. So you would learn to dance, play piano, guitar, drums, all of that. So I was doing all that type of stuff, still not writing, but I got all of that in me as well. So when I got to secondary school, and there's no more after school club, it's like, what do you do when you go home? Am I gaming all day? That's what people do, right? And it's like, yeah, I could, and I was definitely doing that, but I was always looking for that extra kind of activity to be doing in my own time, because I was not relating to the normal kind of school system, just do your homework. I wasn't enjoying my homework. I was just doing it. So my extra activity was grab a camera, make videos for YouTube, for example, which I was like a YouTuber for a bit. And I would write scripts, reviews for like TV shows that I was watching, especially like Japanese animation. I was just there reviewing it every single day, like disciplined. And writing all those scripts was helping, and it was making me think, I like writing stuff. I like writing about art, it seems. And I like having a community, because it was like a whole community of people on it as well that you would like engage with, and you know, do what you're doing with and grow with. And I thought that was sick. Like, there was people all over the world. This is like 2013, 2012, I think, and maybe 2015. I don't remember, but This is like the start of like YouTube, everyone being on TikTok, doing like these podcasts and stuff.
Yeah.
Like back then, people were doing that like low key and it was just starting and no one knew. So it was cool being involved in that. But then eventually, as I grew, I started implementing music into my ideas because it was like, cool, I'm enjoying writing these reviews, kind of doing what everyone else in this community is doing, but what can I do differently? And I always thought like, oh, what if like I had not like the instrumentals I'm talking over are always like hip hop, lo-fi beats, for example. But what if instead of just having the beats, I would like rap over the beats and tell the review, like basically rap the review or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't find it, I think, but yeah, there were like 2 episodes I did and I was like, oh yeah, this is lit. Like, just like, just do it. But as I'm evolving my ideas and stuff, I'm clocking now that I loved like my anime and stuff, but as I was growing, music was just becoming a bit more like important to me. I was watching people, but lots of poets like George the poet, Sully Breaks had like this special poem about not letting exam results decide your fate. And like I was going through my GCSEs in it. So like seeing all that stuff, watching Kendrick Lamar, all these different artists, it's like, wow, I can talk about real stuff with music though, not just like my ideas were cool, but like I kind of wanted to talk about actual real things that was happening around. So yeah, I just transitioned into like being a musician, using all those skills, you know what I'm saying, sticking on like my academic kind of route. You know, I got my English degree, finished school and stuff, but as I was doing that, I continued, like I just started writing more actual lyrics and bars and stuff. And yeah, I just never looked back. To be honest, it was quite simple. There's not like a moment. No, there is a moment, I'm lying to you, but I don't know if you have time to go into that.
Yeah, I do. Hold on. But yeah, I've got time for you to go into that. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you know what? The most significant memory though was cool. I'm doing, you know, like I said, I had all of these different ideas and I was kind of writing on the side, just kind of like enjoying it. Like just enjoying it. But the moment that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna write and I'm gonna use the inspirations that I was feeling, that I was talking about, I must have been doing a summer school. Only people people my age know about this thing called NCS, the challenge, yeah? And it's like a 6-week program. Was it 6 weeks? It was like 4 or 6 week program. You sign up to it in your transition period from school to college. And it's like in the summertime, you'd go away, you'd leave your city and just like be with a bunch of young people for about 4 or 5 weeks or something like that. Okay. So we went to, I think it was the Isle of Wight. We went to the Isle of Wight and it was cool. We had like kayaking, swimming, seeing forests and that. But the second week was a special one. It was where we had a talent show. And at this time, like I was a secret worker. Like I was shy. My hobbies are not cool hobbies at the time. Like playing games, like doing all this stuff. This is like secret stuff because to me, like I tell people in school, it's over. They're laughing. Yeah. So because we had a talent show now, I just remember my group it was like a group talent show, what a single thing. Everybody had to do it in their squad that they were assigned. And my squad were like, yo, we're gonna do a dance routine. And like, fam, I was not doing this dance routine. Yeah. My personality is not doing dance. Like, I'm shooting a video today. Yesterday is coming, she can attest, my friend. She was there. I was not doing it. I was telling everyone. And the day, I had like 4 days to prepare. So it was 4 days. I could either learn the dance with them or it's over. I'm sitting out, maybe. Yeah. Knowing them, they would force me to do it. That's how they were acting. So I just remember I was in bed. I was in like some university building. It was Greenwich University's accommodation. That's where we were staying. And I woke up and it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, which is not normal. I woke up and it was like I dreamed the thought saying, you need to write a poem.
Yeah.
And I woke up, fam, in this at 7,
yeah.
I didn't wake up like, oh, let me think. It's like I woke up, I picked up my iPod Touch and I just started writing these bars about knife crime. I remember I was talking about knife crime and like people in my area being hurt and stuff and how that needs to change. I'm just writing that like in this morning. And then I didn't know what I was going to do with it. It wasn't like write a poem and do it for a talent show. But I went after like a few hours of writing it, like I wrote it quite quickly, probably like 15 minutes. Yeah. I went to the kitchen and I showed my group and these guys, Josh, and I think it was a guy called Ryan. They were like, I showed them the poem and they were like, yo, perform this for the talent show. Then and it was like, no, guys, I can't, I'm not doing it, fam. Because it's a group thing, I can't do my poem, can I? And they were like, no, you're going to do it. So I was the only guy to perform by myself at this talent show and they were loving it. They were loving it as far as I knew. And that's kind of like the inspiration because that forced me on stage for the first time in my life by force. So yeah, and ever since then, I actually didn't stop still. So yeah, that is the beginning.
That's good. That's good. So was you not scared to go away?
Oh, for the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But like everybody was on it. Like this was the times where they're telling you, improve your CV. Like if you don't do certain things, like you need to put yourself above like the typical just go to school and leave.
Yeah.
So I'm that age. I'm trying to like be like, yeah, I need to get the best grades. I need to get the best experiences. My CV. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah.
So that was regardless of fear, fam. I was just trying to, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So you said you kept it all a secret because back then, like, you would have been laughed at and stuff and that now. But if you could go back, would you still keep it a secret, or what would you tell yourself? Like,
yeah, I'll keep it a secret, not because but I'm talking for me for the past. I don't regret anything because I'm still T Peters now.
Yeah.
So I am, and if I wasn't me now, I wouldn't have bars. Like my best tunes, I'm referencing people from my school that I was keeping secret from, and they were laughing at me. So I can't change anything because my best stories are coming from then. But if it was like another human, another child, obviously I'd say it's good to kind of do things with your chest, like be confident with it, try and find some self-love to where you don't even care about what other people think. You know what I mean? Ideally, I would tell a young person to be more like me now, which is just open. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, and even I still struggle with that, but it's good to, what's the word? Showcase what you need to show.
Okay, so yeah, I 100% agree with that, and it's nice to hear that coming from a male because, you know, men suffer with things too. Men have mental health, men have trauma experiences, just like people, just like females do. So yeah, it's good that, and I think as a collective, everybody should be talking about that more, being more open and getting it more out there. Like, it's a difficult thing in general, but it is definitely worth overcoming. Yeah. So what music did you grow up on?
Like my mum's music and my grandma's music consists of pop or hip hop, like Biggie, Smalls, Tupac.
Yeah.
I have all the albums, fam. Like Nas's albums, like pop or hip hop. That's what mum was listening to. But then also like R&B, Trey songs, all of the classic, all of the ultimate.
I like your mum. Yeah.
Good stuff. I should tell her. UK garage, grime. She put me on, fam. She put me onto Chipmunk. Yeah. Like all these grime. She brought me the album, fam, for these people. And like, do you know what I mean? So, so that's what I'm listening to over and over. Nicki Minaj, Drake, she put me in. Yeah. So I was listening to basically a lot of like, black music as it was progressing from the 90s until now. thanks to her. My grandma obviously would listen to like reggae.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe like Lovers Rock or something like that. Like all of them soulful tunes in it. I wasn't listening like that. Like my ear weren't like, oh, what tune is this? But I just remember that being the soundtrack in the house. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Are you inspired by any musician in particular?
Not. Ooh, like inspiration comes and goes. Like it's hard. I get inspired. Like there's certain tunes where, or certain projects where I'll be inspired. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, when I started, it was the Kendrick Lamar's, the George the Poets, the poetry people, the super jazz and poetry people. You know, the Biggie, like the 90s hip hop people. That's kind of called Quest. Like those are the things that was fueling me to make music. To be fair. Yeah. I can't think. Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint on one person. But like.
Yeah, I get it. Because people say to me, "Who inspires me?" And I'm like, myself. And the moments, like when an inspirational moment comes, I just go with it. Like it's not any one person in particular or something in particular. Yeah.
Yeah, facts. I definitely like what you said about yourself. I think is the one, because I definitely would inspire. I definitely inspire myself, like more than. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to defeat the younger me, fam. Like if something sick happened when I was in this age, I'm trying to top that. So like that's more inspirational. Or motivation maybe is a better word.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to defeat the older version because I've done some sick stuff. What's next? But I don't really from other people. It's more like if they did something really cool, then it might inspire me because I'm thinking, right, I have that in me as well. So let me just exercise that. But yeah.
Cool. So one of my favorite songs of yours is Seasons. And I remember when you put that on Spotify, and then I think I was doing some housework or some work one day, but I had music on, and then that song came in a playlist with some of the artists that you've mentioned previously. And I think I'm pretty sure I shared it with you on Instagram. Like that must be, you remember, yeah? So how does that feel to see your name in amongst all those people?
Yeah, it was that was a good time still. And that's gonna be an underrated story, especially if as things progress, because that tune was like the first time that like I saw like the future in like I saw the future in front of me basically. Like all the things I was talking about up until that point with my own team, it was like, one day we want to get on this playlist, for example, and this one has Kanye West, Jay-Z, these people kind of get there. And it's like, we were just talking about it. And every song we would drop up until that point, we're like, this is the one. I'm dropping tunes like Ugly, No Stress. And I'm like, this is the tune, And it never happened, but we had to believe that we were still going to get there. And so when I dropped Seasons with MENSING, who's my producer in Germany, like, it was like all the knowledge that I had acquired to get to that point, I put it all into that song. And it's like, it all came back to me. And I remember when you sent it to me because I was doing the campaign. And when I got that playlist, I was happy, fam. I remember I had the tears in my eyes, like, wow, this is, but I got thrown another hurdle. And the hurdle, before you saw that, the hurdle was that Spotify had just introduced a new kind of system. Because before, the playlists were created by one guy. So there'll be maybe one guy or a team, and they would select the tunes, and everybody in the world that has Spotify would listen to that same playlist. But in the time that I dropped Seasons was a time where they decided to change it a little bit. So you still got these playlists that are like curated by one guy, but certain ones are controlled by an algorithm. So one guy will pick your song, but then it won't be not everybody will see it. they sent me an email saying not everybody's gonna see your song. We're putting your song on this playlist, and only a few people are gonna see it. And depending on how it does, it will stay on the playlist. So that will depend on how many more people will see it, or whether it goes on the official version. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was weird. It was like, you're there, but you're not there. And I was like, okay, cool. So even when I thought the top was the top, it wasn't really the top, because there's a whole another layer to the top. And I was like, okay, how do I overcome this? I have to send this to everybody, this playlist link, so that everybody can listen to the tune and support me. And actually, that was the best thing I ever did, because when all my listeners started banding together and were listening to the tune for me, I ended up on the top of the playlist for about 3 weeks. And below me was, I remember, fam, I looked at it and you sent me the screenshot.
Yeah.
I think it was Kanye West, Jay-Z, Koji Radical, Koji Radical and Jay Prince had a tune together. This singer or this rapper from the UK, just dropped her first single, and she's blown now. She has a song called Pink Black Girls, but before then she had the first thing. Now I discovered her from that playlist because we were both there at the same time. And it was like, yeah, man's at the top. We did it, guys. And it was lit. So that was like, yeah, that was mad still. That was crazy. That's all I got to say.
I didn't even realize it had made that much of a difference. I just thought, oh, this is so good. Like, he's in this playlist. And I thought, oh, let me send it to him. Like, yeah, I didn't even think that deeply into it. I just thought, yeah, this is good. Let me send it. Like, I'm glad I did now.
Yeah, it was mad. It's crazy. But yeah. Yeah.
Cool. That's so good. Whoa. Yeah.
But you know what though? Let me stop you. I have to say thank you though, because actually, yeah, because you've been there from time. I remember, like, you're one of the names that just appear in my head when I think of who do I send music to, who's listening. Like, yeah. I appreciate it still, like, a lot. A lot. You didn't give it to me, but you gave me this, fam. You gave me the special tea. The tea, fam.
Yeah, I made you the keyring. Yes. So everyone who's listening who doesn't know that I actually make resin products, and I remember you ordered my first collection of placemats. I can't remember the name. Coasters. Oh look, yeah. And then I sent you the keyring as a little free gift, and that's really good. You still got it. Thank you.
Of course, fam. I gave that to my mom. All the women in my life, I just had to give it to them for our Mother's Day, fam. And it was good because, like, I actually pay attention to you lot. Like, I made it a rule that it was like 4 or 5 years ago. I made it a rule that in this Instagram, you know how Instagram is, like, you just follow everybody, follow back. You don't even know who you're following, fam.
Yeah.
I try to make that at least for the first, as much as I can, I would know every single person that follows me, because I would have met them, spoken to them, sent them a message, etc., etc. So obviously, I checked out what you were up to, and I saw the poetry, and like you were doing the merchandise zing. I just thought it was cool. So
thank you.
I just want to say thank you, because I don't think I actually did. No, I know I did, but
well, your biggest thank you was in your song 10 out of 10 when you said that it had been inspired. You'd been inspired by certain people, and I had been one of them. So someone writing a song for you like that, like we've never even met in person, like that is a massive thank you in itself. So do you want to just elaborate a bit more about that one?
Yeah. I don't really talk about that actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, I make a couple. I try to implement people that support me into my music. Like before that one, I had one called Osmo Flow, where like obviously, one of my listeners, Osmo, she had her birthday coming up, and like she was just like you, to be honest. Like the way I'm talking about you, same to her. And I just wanted to make a tune, just saying thank you in it for supporting. And so I remember, I think I sent you that tune as well, just to say thanks. But with 10 out of 10 as well, this year, it's the 4th year of doing music. I call it working season. So we're on the 4th year. And I just thought to myself, you know what, like if I'm going to start off this term of TP is music, I have to start it off with, you know, shouting out the people, because it's going to be a good year, and that's mainly thanks to the main listeners, isn't it? So yeah, I don't really know what else to say, fam. If you listen to the tune, just all you got to do is listen to the chorus.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I'm feeling blessed. If we're doing numbers, it's a 10. The people where my digits are a 10, like,
yeah,
that's the concept. So I can't make that song without you.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Thank you. So where can people find you?
You can find me. Oh, you can find me on Instagram.
Yeah.
At ByTPeters, BYTEEPETERS, and Twitter like that, and TikTok like that. I've been loving TikTok recently.
Yeah.
And Reddit, actually. So you can find me, if you search me up on Google, you find me.
Yeah. You do a lot of festivals as well.
Yeah. You can find me, that's what I was gonna say, that's why I hesitated, because you can find me in real life quite easily, actually. If you go, you can find me in real life. I do a lot of shows. I've been performing almost every single week. End of this month, I'm going to Germany. So if you're in Germany, you can come see me at the festival. I don't know when this is coming out, fam, but in August, I got Titan Festival, which is sick. It's got T-Pain on the lineup. But yeah, you can just find me. Follow me. You'll find me online and offline, because I leave everything festival.
So not only are you going to be in the playlist with the big stars, you're actually going to get to meet some of them as well.
Yeah, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah.
Definitely, I say. Definitely.
Yeah. It's good. It's nice to be around people who are following their dreams and aspirations, and it actually, like, it's succeeding in a way that they want it to. That's an inspiration for me also. Like, I still feel like I'm in the very beginning stages of a lot of things that I've done, but yeah, there's hope for us all.
Hope. Yeah, man. As long as you're happy as well. It's not even about doing the best, I feel like. Because most of the things I'm talking about, I didn't even think about doing them. It's not even in my head, like, other than like the idea of, yeah, one day we're going to get here and here. I don't really think about like the exact, do you know what I mean? I'm not going, yo, when man goes Germany in 2025, because I want to work to, I'm thinking about just making good work in it and letting the results speak for itself. Yeah. And just touching people in it. So like, I feel as long as you're satisfying your hunger to improve what you're doing, I think that you'll always get what you want eventually. No, you'll get what you want. You'll literally be living how you want to live. That's what you should be doing. Yeah. Not even thinking about the future. So that's for other people. That's advice for the world.
Yeah, I like that. A nice way to end there as well, on a top tip. Love it.
Right. Thank you. No, thanks for having me still.
If you would like your voice to be heard on the Your Voice in Power Hour, then why not get in touch with me at myvoiceinpower@outlook.com.